Hi, and welcome back to my channel. We've all been there before, falling into a rut where you've just let go of all the healthy habits you once upon a time were so great with sticking to. But now, sadly, for whatever reason, you just can't even be bothered with. Whether it's cooking and eating healthy food, staying away from the junk food, getting more exercise and movement throughout your day, or simply sticking to that daily meditation routine, you just can't seem to find the motivation to get back to it. This video will show you why motivation alone is not enough, which might explain why you haven't been able to keep up and hence fallen into this rut. We'll identify 2 other things that need to work together with motivation and help you put some systems in place to get yourself back on track again. If we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Jaime at Enlightened Spoon. On this channel, you'll get nutrition, fitness, and lifestyle tips just like today's, and other times you'll get yoga and meditation videos to help bring some calm into your busy life. All tools to help you stress less, yet accomplish more. So hit that like button and consider subscribing if you want more like this. For one simple best tip on how to keep your workout motivation going, you might like to watch this previous video on how to get back to a daily movement routine again. You might also like this deeper dive into my 6 tips on how to create healthy habits and stick to them. Now, let's talk about motivation and why motivation alone will fail you. In my wellness coaching practice, I often hear clients who first start working with me say things like, "I'm just not motivated enough," or "maybe I'm too lazy," or "I'm not disciplined enough to stick to this." What you have to understand is that motivation is only one small piece of the bigger picture of creating new, healthier habits. Of course, getting clear on what your motivation is and why, whether you're extrinsically or intrinsically motivated, is important. Extrinsic motivation is when external factors are driving you. For example, do you want to lose weight and get 6-pack abs because you want to look like Linda Hamilton in Terminator 2? That's a really old reference and that really dates me, but stick with me on this one. Or do you want to lose weight and get 6-pack abs because you want to feel good and strong in your own skin as a healthy person? It's a subtle shift, but the intrinsic motivators, the things that drive you internally, especially the ones where you shift your identity into being this person that embodies all the qualities of who you want to be, of who future you is really the kind of motivation that will stick, especially when life gets busy and there's too much going on. Because even through all of the madness life might throw your way, the healthy person that future you is would make very different choices now than the you today who isn't working on shifting your identity. Basically, motivation is important, but up until a certain point. Whether it's external or internal motivators, essentially, the more motivated you are to do something, the more likely you are to do it. The reverse is true too. The less motivated you are to do something, the less likely you are to do it. According to BJ Fogg, director of Stanford University's Behavior Design Lab, I'll put a link in the description below to his research work. Behavior happens when motivation, ability, and a prompt come together at the same moment, or B equals MAP. So, beyond motivation, the other 2 important factors in this equation of creating healthier habits are ability, or the ease of the behavior, how easy or difficult the behavior is to do. Very simply, the easier a behavior is to do, the more likely you are to do it. And the more difficult a behavior is to do, the less likely you are to do it. P, the prompt. What is it that triggers the behavior? We need something that prompts you to remember to do the behavior. So put it all together into B equals MAP. Behavior happens when motivation, ability, and a prompt come together at the same moment. If this is all sounding too technical and gobbledygook, a very practical example is New Year's resolutions. We hear it all the time. New year, new me! I'm going to the gym early every morning to get my 6-pack abs. So in January, motivation is high. the action itself of getting out of bed at 6 a.m. every day is pretty difficult. But because motivation is high in January, when the alarm clock rings at 6 a.m., which is the prompt for the behavior, you're more likely to roll out of bed and head to the gym. But then give it a few weeks, maybe even a few days, the action of rolling out of bed at 6 a.m. every day continues to be difficult, right? And the prompt for your behavior, the alarm clock, will continue to ring at 6 a.m., right? But cut to 4 weeks later in February, the main difference here is that your motivation might start to dip, and then you become less and less likely to roll out of bed when the alarm goes off at 6 a.m. And that's why come February, the gyms are all less busy once again. So, what does this teach us? When we get really busy, stressed, and tired, we know we can't rely on motivation alone. We need to have better systems in place that will help us with the action and prompt parts of the equation. What I found that's helped my clients is to break it down into small, easy steps. Because according to B equals MAP, when the A or action part is an easy behavior to do, you're more likely to do it. So make life a lot easier for yourself and make it short, snappy, easy. Start with 5 minutes, because who doesn't have 5 minutes? You're watching this video right now, or scrolling through Instagram and Facebook. That's the 5 minutes you could be putting into something else. Now, the type A go-getters amongst you might scoff at this and say, 5 minutes? How much benefit am I really gonna get out of 5 minutes? But I'll say to you, if you're stuck in a rut right now and not doing anything, 5 minutes is still better than nothing. Also, because honestly, if you can't even manage 5 minutes a day, how are you going to manage an hour a day? The idea is that we start small so that we slowly build our way up to reaching 15 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour of workouts every day. So, if you want to get out of your rut and want to move more, create 5-minute moments throughout the day where you can schedule something in. For example, before making lunch, I'll alternate 1-minute intervals of squats and lunges for 5 minutes. If that even sounds like too much to begin with, then just start with 1 minute of lunges before lunch, and then maybe throw in 1 minute of squats after lunch. I'm just using squats and lunges as an example, but if we stick with our 6-pack abs goal, maybe you want to do some core crunches or core sliders before lunch. Check my previous video for how you can do core sliders with just a towel. Whatever it is you're doing, start small and remember to schedule it in your digital diary so you have a prompt or reminder that pops up when it's time to do that behavior. Need more hydration? Add a water alarm every hour to drink 2 sips of water so you're reminded or prompted to do it. Want to eat better? Schedule 5 minutes in your diary this evening so you plan out what to eat tomorrow for all 3 meals and some healthier snacks you can bring with you if you'll be out and about. Just a little bit of planning and being intentional can go a long way. And ultimately, you'll feel so much better with yourself by taking these small steps to nourish yourself, and that will be the motivation you'll need to keep going. If you want to take this further, I've got a 9-page workbook you can download which will help you create time in your busy day to do the things that matter. I'll take you through the practical steps of how you can prioritize what's important and how to schedule them to make it happen, including your daily workouts. Maybe even breaking down your workouts into 5-minute intervals throughout your day. I'll put that link in the description below, so download it now and start putting the right systems in place to help you get out of your rut. Don't forget to check out this previous video for my 1 best tip on how to keep your workout motivation going and get back to a daily movement routine again. Or this previous video on 6 tips to create healthy habits and stick to them. Stay tuned for my next video where I'll talk about starting up your day right with morning rituals. How your morning routine can help support you to stress less, yet accomplish more in your day. And don't worry, you don't need to be getting up at 5 a.m. just to do your morning routine. Simple. Remember, keep it simple. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and check out my other videos for more nutrition, fitness, and lifestyle tips on how to flow through your busy life with more grace, ease, and flow, and I'll see you in the next one.